What's up guys, this is Saul again with the Porsche Macan project, and I'm here trying to find the best car mount. I've gone through a bunch of them. I don't like stuff in my windshield, so that left out of the question a number of different car mounts that you see everywhere. I also don't like anything on my dashboard, so that leaves pretty much the majority of the car mounts that are in cars. And I just don't like the look that you have something hanging off your windshield or for your dashboard to where it does not look OEM, especially in a Porsche. It's got a nice interior, so you don't want just something that is aftermarket that just looks off. Now, I like functionality. I want a wireless charger because most phones nowadays have wireless charging technology. The problem with that is that most of those wireless chargers are big and bulky. So I personally found this one that works perfect to an extent. And as soon as I put my phone in there, it starts charging and it locks up. Works perfect, right? The problem is that it's kind of hidden behind the steering wheel, and sometimes I can't see it. I'd have to lean over, and just the placement is not optimal. Now I could place it over here, but it's facing this way and it doesn't have a good tilt for me to view it this way. Then I've tried this mechanism. Essentially this little mount slides right here, holds it in place, but the problem that I have is that I have a wireless charging case. It doesn't fit, so when I got a smaller, thinner case, it worked perfect, but then I needed a battery pack. That didn't solve my issue. Now this could be also a great car mount if you don't have a need to constantly keep charging your phone. And if your phone is an iPhone 11, it's fine, but if it's anything bigger, this becomes too heavy and it doesn't actually stay in place. I could also adjust the torque to where it holds it very well in place, but the weight it eventually gives in. And when it's not in use, that noise is constantly there as you're driving the road or you hit a bump. I don't like that sound. It's annoying. So that will not work for me. So back to my other point. Now, I wanted to use this thing. This also goes into air vent. Wireless charging, very slim, very thin. Cable goes underneath it, problem solved. However, I don't have anything with a magnet that is strong enough to stay in here. Now, these two have magnets, so these can actually work pretty well. The problem is, I don't have an iPhone 12, and the technology for the magnet didn't come around until the iPhone 12. And I'm not convinced with the iPhone 12 just yet to be able to go and buy another one when my iPhone 11 is working just fine. Now for those iPhone 12 users, these are great alternatives because it comes with the MagSafe built in, and you can utilize these to be able to mount them into your car without the need of a bulky case or a ugly magnet in between your cases. So this might actually solve the problem for most people. I'm not most people. So I want to build something that looks OEM, and that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so basically this mounts somewhere. So you gotta open the glove box, and I'm guessing it mounts somewhere in there like that. So we gotta figure out where to mount them and how to mount them, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So basically the installation is pretty simple. You just kind of find your way here, slide this right here, slide this in, and voila. It's got a little area where you can put the screw right here. But as you can see, the leather actually matches the leather on the car perfectly. And that's what the mount looks like. Now, this is perfect. Now I gotta figure out how I'm going to mount something in here. Ideally, I could use something like this, which not too crazy. I want it to be wireless charging, so I can do this one right here, and this one, if I take this whole mechanism, I could probably flush mount it to where it's inside. That might be an option, but this one has a power button right here that I'd have to basically be able to reach. So this is flash mounted all the way. It could work, and in theory this one is about the size of this whole mechanism, so that might work. Another alternative would be to use, where's the other ones? This one, I'd have to get rid of this whole mechanism and make a smaller hole, but then it looks more like a plate sitting on a big empty mount. Don't think that would be the best option, but it could work in theory. And then the last option, but this is, no, we're not going to do that one. So definitely this will be the best option. Now you could probably pick any mount of your choice at this point. This is one that I picked up on Amazon, and I'm definitely going to put the link in the description. But I really like this one just because it's simple, sleek. I feel like it fits the design of the Macan. So this might work. Now I just have to get my tools and cut holes, drill a hole in here. I guess 2 holes. One to cut this in and the other one to cut this one in, and then just to be able to slide it in there. But I gotta be careful to be able to cut them just the right size, otherwise this is going to be loose and it's going to defeat the purpose. And then once it's cut, it's basically one size fits all. I don't think I'll be able to fit a different mount in here, but so far I think I like this look. There's a little bit of leather that's kind of coming out, but I'm sure we can file that down. On this side it looks good, this side looks good, and this angle right here looks really good. It's a keeper for sure. The leather here fits. What do you guys think? Now we're gonna get to work with this. Okay, so I was able to take that wheel off the bottom, and in theory you could just glue it in here and then drill a hole here to power this right here and be done with it. However, that doesn't look very clean, very smooth. I mean, it's your call, your preference really. At this point, you know, everybody has their own taste. I want it to be more flushed to where it's like inside of here. So I'm gonna have to get some tool, a rotary tool, to be able to cut a hole through here that fits this in here and flush it down to maybe about there, but right there, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys see my vision on this, but if you do, keep watching the video. It fits perfectly, and it fits nice, and it's functional because it actually does charging. So press the little button, it opens it up, put the phone back in, and it closes it back down. Essentially it does the trick. Now I wanted to do a flush this right here and then embed it into here, finding a cable that has a U shape so it hides this actual cable. But I don't mind this cable so much, just because I feel like if I do that and the cables end up going bad, then you know, I just don't want a hole being open or something that is visually in the way. When I had to Dremel this down and mount it in here, I was able to hide all the imperfections. As you can see, there's a little bit of where the Dremel kind of went up. I'm sure I can buff it and hide it a little bit, and then when you mount it, it hides all the imperfections from the leather cutting up into the fiberglass or the actual leather. But I think it still gives it a nice look. I was able to pop this open, run the cable through here from behind it, and right underneath it all the way up to my charger. So I like that. It's a nice flushed. Now when I have more time, I'm probably gonna run this through here from inside the console, inside the glove box, but I need to do a little bit more, find out where I can cut and things like that. So I'll do more research on that, so the cable is hiding all together and not just in the way, kind of like it is right now. But even then, still it's a lot nicer than having something hanging out from here or here or here. It just keeps that clean look in the car. So this is what I got so far. It's by far my favorite mount, just because it supports wireless charging. It actually works whenever you have fast wireless charging adapter plugged into the cigarette lighter. Most Chinese or most aftermarket wireless chargers say they charge fast, but they do not. This one actually does. It keeps the low profile, it's nice and slim, it looks factory, and it flushes nice and neat with the entire car. So this is my take of my perfect wireless mount. And I like also the fact that it gives you a nice layout from the driver's seat, where you can actually see and keep an eye on the road. So love this thing. Hopefully this helps out some of you in your build. This is yet another project that I have for the channel today. So again, leave comments. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I respond pretty quickly. If I'm not there, you can usually find me on Instagram, and then on the Instagram page, always able to respond within 24 hours or so if I'm not busy. And if you got anything out of this, or you like the video or the projects that we do here, please subscribe and smash the like button. That helps us a whole lot and grow the channel and get more views, and then it helps with the YouTube algorithm to be able to gain momentum. So thank you so much for everybody that's been watching and following us, and we have more projects coming your way in the next couple weeks. Stay tuned.